Ladies and gentlemen in the YouTube verse, what is going on? Cody O'Toole back here again with you guys for another mock draft. And I'm not alone on this one. You guys are probably sick and tired of seeing my face. I've already done 3 mock drafts on my own. So it's finally nice to be sitting down and doing this mock draft with a fellow football lover and a great guy who I know from most of you know my brother Ryan. And he's been on Ryan's channel a whole bunch of times. Ryan's been on their channel a whole bunch of times. And he's now on my channel. So we're going full circle here. We got Dibes over here at the Painted Lines, who also does some sports coverage over here. But what's going on, man? Super happy to have you here, and feel free to plug what you got going on right now.
Oh, dude, no, I'm just honored to be asked to join. And I can tell you, I've only done a couple shows with you. You're already infinitely more cool and more fun to hang out with and talk than Ryan. So let's do this.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that and put it in my back pocket. Don't tell him. He might be watching, but, we'll see if he's watching. But, no, I appreciate that, man. And, no, I've been watching you guys on the live streams all the time. And I'm like, Dives just seems like the coolest dude. And I was right. But, no, I'm super excited to have you here, man. I know you're big into football, and I don't have too many friends in my circle that love to, be on camera and talk about, like picks and stuff. So I love doing these kind of things. They're
the
like,
greatest. This is
honestly,
Christmas Day.
It really is. It
2
really
weeks.
is.
We're 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks. Oh, I can't. I'm just so excited, man. I've been on the grind since November.
Yeah.
And there's no better day than the NFL draft or days of the NFL draft. And it's a lot of work, but it's truly just pure bliss. When you hear that sound, you're on the clock. The NFL draft is open. There's nothing better.
It's like the anticipation of it all is just, you don't know what's going to happen. Like you think but then, it doesn't feel right until that pick comes in. So I feel the same way, man. We're excited about it. 2 weeks away. So with that, we got to do another mock draft here. We're only going to do one round today. And there are going to be trades. So, feel free to throw out a trade there. I'm going to be controlling the AFC teams here in the first round. Dive's going to take the NFC teams. We're just going to go back and forth here, agree to disagree, and then just have a good time while we're all doing that. So I think without further ado, man, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be on the clock here, and of course I have to start first. No pressure, right? But I think the Jaguars have had a lot of time to think about this pick, and you've seen throughout before pro days, before the combine, a lot of people had them going in one direction, and now things have sort of been shifted around after free agency. I think about the offensive line being a huge need for them with obviously Trevor Lawrence being the franchise quarterback, first overall last year. You want to protect him, right? You want to make sure he's good because he is your long-term plan. But I think they handled that pretty well in free agency with Cam Robinson being signed. They also brought in another offensive lineman who I can't remember right now. His name is coming. Anyway, they've addressed it pretty well in the free agency. So I feel like they're not going to go there initially here with this first overall pick. I'm going to have them going in a different direction here. I feel Jacksonville needs to be rejuvenated, especially their fans. They need to get a guy to come in to, help that locker room, be a locker room guy, and just sort of maybe get those fans excited again. And I think they go on the other side of the ball here, and I think they take the safest player in the draft probably here. I'm going to take Aiden Hutchinson first overall. I know it's not, flashy. I know it's not exciting. It's probably boring at this point, but he's just probably the safest choice, the guy to come in and make an impact. Could they go a splashy pick? They could, but I think Jacksonville plays it safe.
Almost had a heart attack, man.
You're taking my guy. Oh, man. Well, I don't think I did. So
you did not.
All right.
Let's do this. So the Detroit Lions are on the clock. You look at their needs. They need playmakers. They need to add it across all levels, offense, defense. I'm going to go with, I think, is the number one player in this draft. He is a true stud, true playmaker. He's going to modernize the position. I think he's a all-pro for the next 10-plus years. There's really nothing he can't do, and that's Kyle Hamilton to the Detroit Lions. I love this guy. He's been atop of my board for a long, long time. Just a terrific athlete, terrific student of the game. I think this is a home run selection for the Detroit Lions.
I'm with you, man. That's a great choice. I mean, it's kind of a sin and a shame what people are doing to Kyle Hamilton. Oh, safety shouldn't be, this high
No.
value. But come on, he's a football player, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's been some mocks lately of him like going or falling to like 7, 8, 9. That's ludicrous. There's no way that happened. Absolutely no way.
Yeah, especially with teams like the Lions, who can really just take best player, right? They're just trying to make their football team better. Makes a whole lot of sense to take a Kyle Hamilton there, who I think with the Texans being next on the clock here would have loved a Kyle Hamilton on their team. So great pick there for you there. And again, I think every time we've talked about this, I love how PFF is so honest with their needs. Just every position.
I love it, man.
and I think this is really where Nick Caserio and the GM of the Texans, this is where the rebuild begins for them, right? They don't have Deshaun Watson anymore. This is where it begins, right here, this third overall pick. And really, it's going to start with this pick here. So with Hamilton off the board, that's probably who I was targeting first here. I think they go with another position here that I think they just take the number one tackle on their board. I think, they already have Laramie Tunsil, right? But I think you could put another guy there on the other side. And plus, Davis Mills had a really solid year last year for them towards the end of the season, at least. So maybe you kind of want to see what you have in him, give him a fair shot before you can, decide what you want to do with him at least. So why not give him an offensive tackle to, help build around him a little bit here? Now, with the offensive tackles that are available, I personally do have Evan Neal as my best overall tackle. I think he's a monster. I think plug and play, and he could be a franchise, left or right tackle for the long run, right? For a long time. So again, I'm going to take Evan Neal here. A lot of people have Icky, but again, I think a little bit more of a risk with him. I think you maybe have a little more upside with him, but again, if you're thinking about the Texans, they're trying to just make their football team better. They're really not in the mood to win now. They know that. So why not just take probably the best tackle on their board?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Love it. Off to a good start here in the Jets. Continue with the AFC here. I'm going to take the Jets here as well. Whew. Do I want to make this interesting, or do I just kind of want to play by the numbers? Listen here. I think about the Jets, right? And me being the Patriots fan, I face this team twice a year. And you think about four of their first picks last year were all offense, right? Every single pick was offense, their first four at least. I think they're going to change it up this year. I think they're going to continue to build on that defense. We know Robert Saleh is the defensive mind over there. So why not continue to make him happy, continue to give him pieces to make his defense better, right? He had a great 49ers team, and obviously his defense was stellar there. So I think he knows what good defense looks like and what good players look like. There's a couple players here that I'm staring at for them, and I think I'm going to take this guy now because I don't know if he's going to be there for me at 10. I think you continue to build on what is already a pretty solid defensive line for the Jets, continue to attack these, really, really good quarterbacks in the AFC East, and Josh Allen and Mac Jones, continue to put pressure on them. Give me Kayvon Thibodeaux. I know in the last mock draft that I did over on your channel, I passed on Thibodeaux, but I was watching a lot more of his tape recently, and I'm like, what am I missing? This guy is a freak. I think people are thinking he's going to fall a lot more than he will. I feel like, and freakishly talented, athletic, and I mean, who knows, man? Maybe he was just saving it for the pros. But from what we saw in college, dude's a monster. So
he's a monster. He's my number 2.
Yeah.
He's my number 2 on my big board. I've never shifted with this whole Aiden Hutchinson versus Thibodeaux debate. And yeah, Hutchinson absolutely dominated to finish out his college career. But for me, when you watch the tape, Thibodeaux just is unbelievable. Yeah, there's projection there, but not every prospect is perfect. For me, I think Thibodeaux, his versatility is just off the charts. Love that selection. So I'm got the New York Giants, pick number 5, pick number 7 on deck. I'm looking at who is available. Actually, I was leaning towards Thibodeaux for pick number 5 here.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my pick. So that was a good one from you. So for me, I'm just going to play it safe. It's the New York Giants. We just need to make safe picks here, and that selection will be Ike Ekwonu, just probably arguably the best run blocking tackle in the draft. He's basically the 1A, 1B to Evan Neal. He's absolutely terrific. I'm going to make that and lock it in.
I think that's a good balance pick there, too. You think of Andrew Thomas, I think is really good in pass blocking, right? You got Ike on the run block. I think that's a good pair right there, your tackles. I like that.
Mm-hmm. And pick number 7, we'll see you soon.
We'll see. But you're on the board here at 6-2 with Carolina.
Oh, I forgot I had Carolina. Okay.
You do. You
Man,
actually got quite a few picks here. You got 6 through 9 coming up here.
I forgot I had Carolina. You look at kind of what they need. Like, this is that position where, like, are we ready to shake up the whole draft? You look at Carolina, they clearly need offensive tackle. They clearly need edge rusher. I'm making these selections. What do I think is going to happen versus what they do is probably a lot different here. I am not high on any of these quarterbacks. So for me, I'm going to go with the best tackle available for the Carolina Panthers, and that is Charles Cross is my selection for number 6.
Solid. Love it there. And I'm right there with you with these quarterbacks. This is not the quarterback draft like it was last year. So, and again, yeah, I should have prefaced this. We're picking what we would do if we were in their position here. Most likely that's not going to be the case come draft day in 2 weeks. But, hey, they got their left tackle of the future. I love it. He's a top 10 worthy pick for me, for sure. Really, really talented there. Giants are back on the clock here at 7 for you. Took Ike 5. Where are you going at 7?
Jeez. I mean,
are they looking at trade,
No, I'm not. I've got some protection for Daniel Jones. You look at who is available here. You look at this Giants defensive line. Wasn't great. They really need to add star power to that defensive line. I'm going to go with the best defensive lineman available. I'm going to go Jermaine Johnson. No, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to go Trey Walker. Give me Trey Walker for the New York Giants. He's definitely all about projection. He didn't play. I think only played like 33% of the snaps at Georgia, mostly on passing downs. Obviously, the first thing to know about Trey Walker is his athleticism and his lateral agility and his ability to drop back and coverage, and he can do it all. But the Giants aren't in any kind of rush to win a Super Bowl. I think they're going to roll the dice on Trayvon Walker out of Georgia. Yeah,
and this is kind of the area where I see Walker going. Top 5 for me is a little rich, but if teams that 6 down below, I think that's the good spot there for Walker. So I like the upside.
Yeah. I made a biggest boomer bust video, and he was on the top of the list.
Yeah, on the top of the list. I think that's very fair to say about him. I've seen him go like early as 2. I'm sure you've seen it too, to the Lions. I just don't. That's a little rich for me, but I think that's good value there at 7 there for the Giants. All right, we got Atlanta on the clock here at 8. Where are you going for them?
So we're in the same scenario here with the Carolina Panthers. Do we go quarterback or do we go best player available? That is the question. I think just drafting a quarterback at this spot, it would be such a mistake. It would be such a mistake, especially when there's such talent at the edge position in this draft. Left guard, right tackle are needs for the Atlanta Falcons as well, but I'm not going there right now. I'm going to go with the best edge rusher there is available. That is Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State. Just unbelievable athleticism. He's got actually shockingly very finesse. And Jermaine Johnson, I think, will be a solid addition to this Atlanta Falcons team.
He could sneak into that top 10 for sure. I could definitely see it happening. Like that pick for them too. Now we got Seattle on the clock here. Interesting here. They re-signed Geno Smith today, which is interesting. They did. Now they got 2 quarterbacks on their roster. What's Seattle thinking here?
Obviously, quarterback for Seattle, but I'm making these selections, so I'm not doing it.
Can you tell I'm trying to entice you?
I'm going to go for Seattle. I think they're going to build through the trenches. I think that is probably the smartest bet. And I think at this position, I'm going to make probably the biggest shock of the draft so far. It's a little bit of a reach, but we are going to go with offensive tackle Trevor Penning here for pick number 9 off the cusp. As a high riser during the Senior Bowl, during the Combine. I think this might be definitely a reach, but there's always one. So that's where we're going to go.
No, I've heard a lot of, the Patriots are interested in him. So, to see him go here at 9, like you said, might be a little rich. But, hey, I think Seattle, they definitely need tackle help. Let's not So maybe they're just like, we got to get the best one here and then go on from there. So, definitely feels a need for them, sure, at 9 here. And now I got the Jets back on the board here. We gave them Kayvon Thibodeaux with their first pick. And I think if the Jets were here in this position and the board looks as it is, they'd be screaming. Robert Saleh would be screaming at least, because the guy I was debating to take it for, because I thought you might take him at some point, is still there.
We have a phone call. We're getting a phone call by another team.
Oh, you are? Who am I? Who am I getting a call? Who's calling?
The Philadelphia Eagles are making a phone call.
Yes.
Pick number 10. Do you answer?
We got. I'll listen. I'm always willing to listen here. What do we got going on?
The Philadelphia Eagles are interested in trading up to number 10 here. Okay. We are definitely interested in giving you 15 and 83 for 10.
15 and 83 for you say, huh? Now here's the thing, Howie Roseman. I think we're kind of interested in the same player here, or at least the same position. I would say. You said 15 and 83 for 10, right? Trade would likely be accepted, huh? Man. So I want to make this spicy.
I'll give you a future second rounder.
Will you? Okay. Interesting. Now, see, this is okay.
Why not go down?
Interesting. No, if I was the Jets here, I'd really think about this. You know what? Because I know the position you want to go for. I know. I think we did add to that position in free agency, being the Jets. So I think we can go back to 15. You know what, Eagles? Why don't you come on up? We'll force this trade. So again, the Eagles are moving up to get 10 and we're going to get 15, 83 in a future second. All right, Eagles jump up to number 10 and go ahead and say it.
This is me running up to the podium.
I know.
There wouldn't be enough Tito's and Jack Daniels in my house if this were to actually go down on draft night. But the pick here is Ahmad Sauce Gardner to the Philadelphia Eagles for pick number 10. He's my number 4 prospect in this draft. Potential lockdown, number 1 quarter on the outside to develop next to Darius Slay. Eagles just lost Steven Nelson, I think, to the Texans. I could be wrong about that. But they obviously have a huge need at number 2 corner, and I think this would be just a home run pick. I think Ahmad Sauce Gardner is arguably the most safe pick in this draft. I think he's a sure thing. I think he's a all-pro potential prospect. Eagles fans are doing backflips right now.
Yeah, and I think the Jets got a good amount there in return there, and I knew you were heading for Gardner. And I mean, it's hard not to love him, right? No interceptions given up. I mean, no touchdowns given up, right? That's what it was. So, hey, you're getting a great pick there. I like that for the Eagles. The Commanders are on the clock here at 11, and this is you once again. You're just going to keep on rolling here with 11 and 12.
Is there anyone that do the Jets want to trade back up again? I'm looking at maybe the Steelers. There's a quarterback here.
There is, yeah. You know what? Man, they're both still there. That's crazy. I don't think that's gonna happen in real life. But
no, I don't either.
Right. You know what? Yeah. You know who's calling? Mike Tomlin's calling over in Pittsburgh right now.
Oh yeah, we're loving it. Yeah, Washington. Yeah. Let's make a deal here. We'll give you pick 11.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take pick 20. Could we get a future first?
That's something I don't know about a first. What else do I?
Quarterback of the future, man.
I know it is your quarter. It is. How about a first in 24?
In 24?
Yeah.
Sure, it's Washington. They're a mess. Do it.
All right, there it is. The big trade of the night. There, Pittsburgh. Can we force this? What? Why can't we force it?
Oh, maybe you have to be.
There it is. I had to scroll down. There it was. All right, so Washington is trading, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock here.
Nice.
They didn't think these two quarterbacks would still be available to them, but they got to find their guy, right? And plus, their GM, this is his last year before he retires, so I think he wants to give the city of Pittsburgh a gift before he leaves here. The question is, who do I go with? That's the question. Who do I go with? Personally, in my heart, Malik Willis is my QB1. But I think with Pittsburgh, they're going to be in a position where they want to win now. So with that in mind, Pittsburgh is bringing home the Pitt Panther. Kenny Pickett is coming to Pittsburgh, or he's staying in Pittsburgh, I guess you could say.
I guess it depends on your like perspective. I do think Malik Willis definitely has a higher ceiling than Kenny Pickett, but I do think Kenny Pickett is definitely right now a better quarterback. Oh, there he is. There's the lesser O'Toole.
You heard that, Ryan? God likes me more. Yeah, he doesn't have to pack. There you go. That's right. He's staying in Pittsburgh. But no, I think that would be, that kind of just makes too much sense, right? And I think Pittsburgh needs to find their guy, especially if those two are sitting there already. They don't go out in the top 10. So, yeah. So
Vikings are on the clock here, and they're sprinting to the podium here, ecstatic at pick number 12 because the biggest need they have is absolutely cornerback. Patrick Peterson is back, but this is a primary position that they need to upgrade and improve. Again, this is a no-brainer selection. The Minnesota Vikings select Derek Stingley out of LSU. And this would be like the equivalent of Eagles fans doing backflips. I think Vikings fans would be very happy about that.
Yeah. And this might make me a little crazy, but after his pro day, just because I needed to see it, Derek Stingley is cornerback 1 on my board, just because, what he did in 19. But, don't get me wrong, Gardner's great, but Stingley the upside is through the roof. I think he's probably was on your boomer bust list as well, I'm sure.
He was.
But
he was number 3. Yep.
There you go. But hey, I think the Vikings would love that pick. That they would, like you said, running to the podium there. All right, the Houston Texans back on the clock. They took Evan Neal with their first pick at pick 3 here. And let's go down the board here. This is wow. All right, you know what? I think the Texans would be pretty happy here. I think they're going to get 2 positions here that they would really love to get. I think they're probably going to get the best tackle on their board, and I'm also going to get the best wide receiver on my board. It's crazy that receivers fall in this late, but I think it could happen. But I'm going to take the best receiver, in my opinion here. I'm going to take Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. Just shifty. You put him on different spots on the line. He's just incredible after the catch and just can go up and get a ball if you need him to. So, again, I'm thinking about giving Davis Mills that best chance possible to give him a fair evaluation. I got Evan Neal and Garrett Wilson. So, I'm feeling good about the evaluation process so far.
Love it.
All right, we got Baltimore on the clock. Wow, I get back-to-back. It's been a while since I've gotten 3 picks in a row here. All right, so Baltimore is on the clock here, and pretty much the edge rush position has been cut down pretty good here. There is one guy there that I like. Okay. I think the Ravens would like to add another piece on that line with Owe. He had a pretty good season last year. But do I want to go in that direction? You know what? I think we are going to build on the defensive line a little bit, get that Ravens defense back to what it's been in the past, that scary defense that teams have wanted to face. And I don't think teams are going to want to face this guy because he is the ultimate run stopper in this draft. I'm going to take Jordan Davis here.
Woo! I thought you were going a different route.
I thought I was too, but I thought about it. Jordan Davis could fall a little bit, but I think he's too good to fall out of the top 15, if you ask me. So Ravens build on the defensive line there and grab Jordan Davis. So I think that's a good move there for them. Jets did trade down, right? They were down at 10. They were at 10 and they got 15. So we got KT with their first pick here. I think they're going to be happy with their move. They're not going to get a corner like they really wanted to. I think they can wait now on corner and find value maybe later on in the second round here. But I think this would be a great complementary piece to Zach Wilson in that offense here. I'm going to take the big body Drake London.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to pair him up there. Give Zach Wilson a big body receiver, good red zone threat. We're excited for his pro day tomorrow. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I'm sure he's going to test like crazy. But, you already got a really solid young receiver there in Elijah Moore. I think Drake London would be a nice complementary piece to that. And, again, you want to help Zach Wilson. But in this case, the Jets are helping both their defense with their first pick and their offense. So I think that's a win-win there for the Jets. All right, Saints up here at 16, and they recently made this trade to go here for something. What are they going here for, Dives?
Oh, it's easily another no-brainer pick. Here they come. They're running to the podium. They need to add skill positions here on offense. They're going wide receiver, and they're going to add a safe kind of wide receiver, a guy that can be a second receiver, a guy who can thrive in the slot, but also stretch the defense. He's been climbing the boards lately, and that is Chris Olave goes to the New Orleans Saints.
Love it. That's a great, him and you can Michael Thomas and him move them on different spots of the line. I love that. He's probably he might be the safest wide receiver in this draft. I feel like. Great route running. As good as it gets here. So we got the Chargers on the. This is me. That's right. The Chargers, man, they bulked up their defense in free agency. That's for sure. I got to think about this one a little bit here because I think they are not happy to see pretty much all the offensive tackles that I think are first round worthy here off the board. So they're kind of scratching a little bit here. You know what? This is hard because I don't see the thing is I don't think they need to take a receiver in the first round. I think that's a little too crazy. I mean, they got pieces already there. You know what? What am I going to do here? I think the best player on the board for them, their biggest problem, I think, for the Chargers is their run defense. And I think they just want to continue adding to that. They got some good pieces. They got Sebastian Joseph Day in free agency. Why not just get another rotational guy there that can help up front and just continue to help that run defense? I'm going to take Devontae Wyatt from Georgia. Will you?
No, I'm good.
Oh, yeah. I just think
literally panicking just now.
none of the tackles are there. I just think they're going to want to just continue to make their defense better. So I'm going to take Wyatt. I think the Eagles are happy, apparently, because of your reaction. I didn't take your guy. So where are you going?
Yeah, no, the Eagles, I think after this selection, there's a steep drop at this position in terms of a 3-down starter, a guy who can, has that starter potential to be even better, get better and better and better. So for me, it's 100% George Karlaftis here to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Nice.
Great just as good as he was against the run as in pass. The dude was double and triple teamed every game at Purdue. It was literally just him. Karlaftis is falling over the last couple of months, and it's crazy. The dude just manhandles quarterbacks. Everyone that he has the strongest hands. His strength is ridiculous. People look like rag dolls when he gets a hold of them. I think this would be a great selection for the Eagles, man. I love this guy. He's my number 5 edge rusher. But I think this edge rushing class is so good that this is a home run selection.
Yeah, whenever I go back and just watch tapes on all these edge rushers, you're just always it's like you don't want to forget about Karlaftis because you do, because I agree, he is falling and he shouldn't be. He's so talented and really, really, really skilled. So I think that's a great value pick there for the Eagles, man. You get Gardner and Karlaftis. I think that's good job.
Yeah.
Right, Saints back on the clock here. You got Chris Olave at 16. Where are you going here at 19?
Well, defensive tackle's off out the window now. I could be looking at a totally different position here. And I might be a little biased because I love this guy a lot. I think he's terrific. But to take him at 19 would be a little crazy. And then you get to quarterback, which would be insane. But Kenny Pickett's still on the board, correct?
He is not. He's not.
Oh, Malik Willis.
He's not. Yeah, Malik Willis is on the board. Pickett went at 11.
Man, that's a hell of a thing. That's a hell of a thing. All right, let me think about this. Give me a second. I need to look at my big board here.
Yeah.
This
is what goes on. This is what goes on in the war rooms. This deep thinking.
Yeah, I'm looking at the needs for the New Orleans Saints. I think I'm just not there. I'm going to save him for another team. The New Orleans Saints are going to go Tyler Smith, tackle prospect here. Get a potential left tackle prospect. Tyler Smith out of Tulsa is super athletic. He's an athletic marvel. Yeah, and then with pick number 20, with Washington Commanders, they're going to bite the bullet. They're going to do it, and they're going to go Malik Willis here.
I love it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are forgetting about Washington maybe sneaking a quarterback in there.
Yeah. It was either that or linebacker for me, or Tyler Linderbaum or something. But for me, value-wise, I just can't see them passing that up.
You know what I think? I personally think the Washington Commanders jumped on Carson Wentz too early because I think they would have been interested in Watson. I think they would have been interested. And I think that would have maybe been a really good situation for him. Yeah. So, hey, I like it. Little QB competition in Washington going on there. I like it.
Yeah. And they're paying that whole contract, man. They're crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Exactly. All right. The New England Patriots are on the clock here at 21. And I see, the thing is, I'm loving how this board is looking right now for me here at 21. But I also wouldn't be opposed to trading down a little bit. So is Dallas, is Tampa, anyone interested in moving up? I'm trying to think of your teams, the NFC. Maybe Green Bay at 28. Any of them interested in moving up?
Green Bay is sitting pretty good here. Okay. I think Green Bay is sitting pretty good. Let me look at my needs for Arizona. Looking at my defensive big board for Arizona. Ugh. Not so much. How about Dallas? What are our needs for Dallas? Dallas. Not much. Not much. Yeah, sorry.
Tampa, 27?
Yeah. Let's do Tampa. Let's do Tampa. I think that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. What are we giving up, Tampa? I got to think about this. Make it interesting.
All right. So we'll give you 27. Yeah, 91. I don't know.
27 and 91.
Yeah.
That's 2 top 100 picks to move down a little bit here.
I'm not the best at trades.
No, you're good. No, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it here. This just feels like a Patriots thing to do. It's just, is it what I want to do, right? I'm the GM right now. You know what? I'm gonna take my guy. I'm sorry, Tampa. I'm gonna hang up the phone. Sorry, Tom. That's what you take for taking Tom from us. Because at 21, I am going to take my wide receiver 2 on the board here. And we need to give Mac Jones a weapon. We need to, because I know Green Bay is going to want him here. Going to get the Alabama connection in Jameson Williams. I'm going to take Jameson Williams here. Just speed above speed, along with speed, and just we gotta take wide. I mean, we could go different directions here, but I just love me some Jameson Williams and would love to see him fall here to 21.
Nicely done. Green Bay is very pissed off right now.
As you should.
Green Bay is very pissed off. So they're going to go the next best wide receiver on the board, and that is Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks to Green Bay at number 22. Yeah, Burks should not be rated that low. He was my third favorite wide receiver in this group. You can put him anywhere. He's got great size. He's got good speed. There's really not a lot that Treylon Burks doesn't do. So Green Bay's got a weapon.
Great route runner too. Yeah, I love it. Love that pick there for them at 22. Arizona now here on the clock at 23.
All right, Arizona needs a tight end, but it's way too early for a tight end here. Edge. You look at what they need. You look at how the board is falling. Not very good.
Right.
That's why the Eagles were excited to get George Karlaftis, because when you get to that next kind of tier, it's like Drake Jackson and different guys like that. So that's not working very well, is it? So you look at interior defensive line, what the Arizona Cardinals do. I think the Cardinals are probably missing George Karlaftis, and they're probably pissed off that you took Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah, that's how the board fell. Yeah,
defensive line wise, they got hurt big time. So this would probably be a good trade back spot a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with the best player available. For me, I think that is Tyler Linderbaum. Just take a guy that I think is going to be an all-pro for the next 10 years, and we'll see.
Yeah, I think Linderbaum will make Kyler Murray happy. There's a lot of weird stuff going on there in Arizona right now, but hey, I love that pick. Great, if center was more valued, he'd go in the top 10, right? He's just a really good prospect. I love that. Kind of just best player available there for them. Alrighty, Dallas on the bar here at 24. Did they see a guy here they like?
Yeah, they're going to go offensive line here, and we're going to go. They're probably pissed that Linderbaum went there, but I'm going to go with my number 2, and that is Zion Johnson with this selection.
Great choice. Yeah.
He's a beast.
Another guy I wouldn't mind coming to New England. Yeah, just very, very smooth, very good player. Love that for them. All righty, Buffalo Bills on the clock here.
You're getting phone calls about a trade from Tampa Bay.
And Tampa wants to move up. All right. Okay. What do we got, Tampa?
We'll give you 27. And, let's do 91. We want our guy. That is a great deal.
You know what? I think Buffalo has a couple guys here they would like, so they will take the gamble and fall a couple spots here, so that way you can move up a couple here, Tampa. So we'll make it happen. Did I do it right? Nope. 25. There we go. All right. There it is, Tampa. All right. Tampa jumps up 2 spots.
Yeah, what Tampa clearly needs is help in that defensive backfield. Trent McDuffie is just sitting there, like this cornerback position after like this, and like Roger McCreary and Tariq Woolen, who's also on my Boomer Bust selection video. There's a big drop off in talent here. Tampa Bay needs to add more guys to rotate here at cornerback. Trent McDuffie is a super athlete, probably more likely a slot corner than outside corner. It doesn't matter. He can play either. So for me, Trent McDuffie out of Washington goes to Tampa.
Super physical too. Yeah, I think that was a good trade up for Tampa. They really need help in that secondary after losing a few key pieces there in free agency. It's a solid move there. All right, we got Tennessee Titans on the clock here at 26, and I think they're sitting pretty. I think they're going to like their guy here. I've had this mock to them for quite a while now, and I think with Mike Vrabel being a former linebacker, I think he really covets the position, and I think he's going to love to have a guy like Devin Lloyd come to Tennessee and just help out that defense in any way possible. Defensively, Tennessee struggled last year. They need to get a little faster, need to get a little bit quicker. I think Devin Lloyd fits that mold there for Tennessee.
Nice.
Yeah, so Devin Lloyd goes 26 to.
I was thinking of like, what would it cost for the Eagles to move up from 51 to 26 to get Devin Lloyd?
Probably a first or second next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you. I love me some Lloyd too. So yeah, I think that's a good get there for Tennessee. And like I said, Buffalo's sitting happy here. They're going to still get their number one guy they wanted to get at 25 if they didn't trade down.
Mm-hmm.
I think of Buffalo, and you know what? I think because of the injury to Tre'Davious White last year, he's going to come back. Who knows how much he's going to be an impact right away. So I think they just need to get a solid corner, to pair alongside him. I think that would be a good get. Even if, they don't love White's, progress, they still need help in that corner room, as they really haven't found a true guy to step up once he was injured. So I'm going to take Andrew Booth here for the Bills. Just a really good scheme fit. Comes right in and really competes for that second corner.
God.
That corner spot. It was between Jameson Williams and Booth for me at 21, but Booth fell. He really
How the hell did Andrew Booth fall?
It's insane. He really did fall. I thought about it at 21. I really did, but I just thought Jameson Williams was too good to pass up there. But Booth is my corner 3. I love him that much. So so good.
Sauce, Booth, and then Stingley for me. So he's my number 2.
Yeah, you can rotate those.
I can't believe he fell.
Yeah.
Honestly, I totally forgot about him.
I thought you were taking him with the Eagles. I really thought you were.
Yeah, and I would be happy about that too. But I would have completely redone the Tampa Bay trade and taken Andrew Booth over Trent McDuffie easily.
There you go.
I totally forgot about it. Blanked.
Yeah. I do not have McDuffie over Booth.
No,
not at all. So that's a steal for the Buffalo Bills there. I don't see him falling that late.
Pick here, period.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it. Well, that's definitely the steal of the draft right there. All right, Green Bay back on the clock here for you. They took Treylon Burks with their 22nd.
So Green Bay got themselves a weapon on the outside in Treylon Burks. You look at kind of what else the Green Bay Packers need. It says offensive line, but I'm going to go on the defensive side. I'm going to get a playmaker who I think is a very good player, a versatile player, can play in the box, but also a guy that can, attack the pass. And that is Jaquan Brisker out of Penn State. Nice. Jaquan Brisker is off the board here for Green Bay. Brisker is just amazing. Like, he's got great size, great against the run. He can blitz the quarterback. I love that guy. And it might be a little bit of a reach, but I think a low-key need for Green Bay is that safety.
Yeah, 25 through the end of this first round here. I'm excited to see how many of these really good safeties are going to fall off, because there's a good chunk of them right here that could definitely be first round talent, but even better day 2 values. You know what I mean? So not mad at that Brisker pick.
Every year, man. As an Eagles fan,
yeah,
we haven't had a good safety since Malcolm Jenkins. I mean, Rodney McLeod is now gone as well. And like every year, I'm so high. I do this every year on the draft, and I get so pumped about like Jeremy Chin or again and again and again every year. And the Eagles pass on a safety, and it kills me and on the inside.
That's how I'm feeling about receiver this year for the Pats. I couldn't do it. I had to take one, so I felt I could sleep at tonight. You know what I mean? All right. No, I like that pick. Brisker's a really, really talented athlete, so good get there for the Packers. Chiefs have back-to-back picks here. I think Chiefs could definitely move up at some point, but I just didn't really feel like it. So I just decided to have them stay here at 29 and 30. I think they're going to get 2 really good players here. So with my first pick, this might be a little bit of a shock just because of his current situation with this player. But being the Chiefs, being one of the best teams in the AFC, I guess we'll see, right, without Tyreek Hill. But I still think they have a lot of great players on that team. I feel like the Chiefs are a team that could take a gamble on this guy and sort of wait on him. And I think prior to the injury was definitely a first-round pick.
Nice.
David Ojabo.
Nice.
Is going to head over to Kansas City. They can wait on him a little bit. Might not be a player that plays this upcoming year or maybe late or, they're going to get a good player for 2 years down the road here in Kansas City. And now we have the Chiefs again back on the clock here. And this one I think is a good fit, right? You lose Tyreek Hill. And yeah, you got to find speed. This guy is, no one's Tyreek Hill, right? But you kind of want to find that nice slot receiver that can get you that speed downfield and, somewhat still feel like the same Chiefs, like based on what you have there. So I'm going to take Jahan Dawson for them here. Sky Moore might have what you were thinking, but I just think Jahan Dawson is easily a first-round talent for me. So, either one, Sky Moore. I could definitely see them taking Sky Moore, but I'm the GM. I'm gonna take Dotson there.
Guy's got great hands, man. So long story short, my wife's a Penn State fan. I'm a Temple fan.
Yeah.
And so we watch Penn State football here. Like the dude just makes unbelievable acrobatic catches, like it's nothing. Right. That's a good selection, man.
Yeah. All right, Cincy on the clock here. Obviously made the Super Bowl last year. And they did make a lot of moves in free agency to obviously what they need to fix is their damn offensive line.
Yeah.
I guess they're saying, well, good thing we didn't take Penei Sewell, right? That kind of worked out for them. That kind of worked out for them here. But all right, so with the Bengals here, I'm going to look and see who's available. You know what? I think there's still a player here that I like that's worthy of a first-round pick. Most people have him as a second-round guy, but I think, Raymond I like, but I think he's a day 2 guy. So I think I'm going to take a guy that I think the Bengals definitely could add some depth to this position for them, and that is in the secondary. So I'm going to take Kyer Elam from Florida.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm going to give them Elam. Build on that corner room you have. I think he's maybe my most underrated corner.
Yeah, probably. He's great.
Yeah,
he's
really
very good.
Yeah, so I think that's a solid pick there for the Bengals at the end of the first. All right.
Cool.
Lions got the last pick here in the first round. Where you heading here with this?
So I'm going safety, and I'm going either one direction or the other. Do I go who I think is a better player, or do I go with the player that I really want on the Eagles that I actually low-key love? So I'm going to go with a better player here. Daxton Hill out of Michigan goes to the Detroit Lions. His A to B speed is so ridiculous when you watch it on tape, especially getting to the quarterback, driving through the runner in the backfield. Daxton Hill, man, just an insane talent.
That's interesting. They have him as a corner in PBF.
Yeah.
He could definitely play.
He could. Yeah, he's versatile enough to do that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's our first round right there, man. We kind of made this in pretty good time, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they're gonna grade. All right, here. So here. Oh, we don't want that. None of that. All right. So quick. Quick overall here. I mean, any big surprises here? I think we talked about it. Andrew Booth falling to 27. That would be, insane value here. Maybe some other surprising picks here. Malik Willis going to the Washington Commanders again.
Carson Wentz with another quarterback controversy would be so much fun to watch as an Eagles fan. Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah,
I would love it.
Yeah, and again, I'm one of those people. I'm not counting out the Commanders being in on one of these two quarterbacks, maybe, and surprising some people. So I could see it happening for sure. Any other crazy things happening here? Maybe Trevor Penning at 9, a little rich, but again, I think it definitely filled a need there for the Seahawks. But overall, I think most of the teams here got value where they wanted to. Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, and then I'm gonna see how accurate we were come draft day.
I mean, as an Eagles fan, I'm ecstatic.
Right, I was gonna say that. Right, you're pretty happy. I'm happy as a Patriots fan too at this draft. I would be happy with Jameson Williams. That would be great. I don't think he'll be there at 21. I really don't. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. Who knows? It is the NFL draft at the end of the day, but I agree, man. Eagles really 2 strong picks there for you guys also. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for us with this first round NFL mock draft. This was a ton of fun to, talk to somebody else about it for sure. You're the man. This was a ton of fun, man. Had a great time talking with you, and definitely hope this isn't the last, man. So
anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. So let people know where they can find you and what you have coming out. I know you got something coming out in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. All right. So I run the paintlines.com, Paintlines YouTube channel. We do tons of draft content. We'll be doing a live watch party of the NFL draft. I've literally scouted 133 players in this draft. I've done top 10 position ranking videos of every single position in this draft. Sleepers, boomer busts, my favorite first-round draft picks, second-round draft picks. It's all there on the channel. It's been a grind, but it's literally my Christmas. What else? In about 15 minutes, we're doing a cornerback rankings. I already have my cornerback rankings, but I join my guys and Shane and Mark, and we break down our top 10 cornerbacks, which is a really good class. I like the cornerbacks a lot, but there's a massive drop. There's a massive drop once you get pretty much past that round 2 area that they all kind of mesh together a little bit. So for me, I'm just thankful to come on, man. Anytime you want me to do these mocks, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Like, I love being a GM of another team and who cares less. I live in a bubble. I watch Philly sports and then I watch movies and TV shows. Yeah. So I have this weird bubble perspective where I don't really watch a lot of other teams or general NFL stuff. Right. But even I'm pretending to be a Minnesota Vikings fan and I'm freaking out about getting Derek Stingley Jr. because I know I have a buddy who would be doing backflips. Mm-hmm. That's the draft, baby. It's nothing better.
Right. You're right. It's weird picking for the Jets. I get it for sure. Speaking of which, have you evaluated Zach Tom?
No, I have not.
Okay. I'm curious if he can play guard or tackle. I'm just curious about
No, he was not in my rankings. No.
All right. Add it to your list. No, I'm kidding. But
no, I need to I do need to it's at the point now where we're in day 3 area.
Okay. You're getting there.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Awesome, man. Well, hey, super awesome to have you on. I'm going to go check out that cornerbacks ranking you guys do. But super excited about, your content coming out in the future and hopefully joining the draft party with you guys. That'd be a ton of fun to check that out for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But guys, that'll do it for me. You can find me on Twitter, Cody_O'Toole, where I'm going to probably do one more draft, do my 4.0 before draft day. Yep, I've done 3 of them now. So probably we'll do a round or 2. We'll see. But thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe for more cool content like this. We'll talk to you guys later. See you later.